Arjun and Anushka are back in each other's life. Shahid gets an ultimatum from his directors. Virat flies down for Anushka's birthday. Lisa and Nargis don't want to star in the They All Home production. So the verdict in Salman Khan's 2002 hit and run case was given on 6 May 2015. The actor was found guilty of running over sleeping pavement dwellers with his car. Culpable homicide is the charge. The judge told Salman that he was driving the car and it was not probable that Salman's driver, Ashok Singh, was behind the wheel. Salman puts up a brave face as he left for court this morning at 9:55 from his Bandra, Mumbai residence. But once the verdict of guilty was pronounced, he was teary-eyed. Last night, Shah Rukh Khan visited Salman's home. The now friends spent around 90 minutes and hugged on more than one occasion. Producer-director Sajid Nadiadwala and director David Dhawan also visited Salman. Close to rupees 200 crore is riding on Salman, and the fate of his films like Bajrangi Bhaijaan and Prem Ratan Dhan Payo is still undecided. Hey guys, I'm Caitlin. So it would be safe to say that Arjun Kapoor has been having a little bit of a tough time when it comes to his career. His Tevar flopped and he was all but written off as an actor. However, things are looking up for him now. Arjun has been signed by director R. Valki for his next, which is a romantic comedy. But it was not known who he would be romancing. Now 9XC.com has learned that the lady who will play Arjun's love interest is Anushka Sharma. That's a fresh jodi, right? But is it really now? So a few years ago, rumors of Anushka and Arjun dating began to do the rounds. Buzz was that when Anushka had problems with then-boyfriend Ranveer Singh, she would seek help from his BFF Arjun. The two also hung out at Yash Raj Films, the company that launched them. However, when Ranveer began to get uncomfortable, Arjun backed off. Since then, Ranveer and Anushka's career has soared, and Arjun is still looking for a boost. So that's water under the bridge. Arjun and Ranveer kissed and made up. They got roasted together in the AIB knockout and are also supposed to host IFA together. The trio are no longer newbies trying to find their footing in this industry. So they are far more secure now, older and wiser as well. After all, it's a few years since that fiasco. They've also moved on in their personal life. Ranveer is dating Deepika Padukone, Anushka is with Virat Kohli, and like 9XC.com told you, Arjun has rekindled his romance with Sonakshi Sinha. So we see no issues with Anushka and Arjun working together and being all mushy and romantic on screen. Hope this film really works out for Arjun. Fingers crossed, Arjun. So what do you guys have to say? Is this new pairing of Arjun and Anushka giving you the good vibes? Fill us in with your thoughts at facebook.com/9XC or tweet us at 9XC The Show. We've got more on Arjun and Anushka in just a little bit. But Shahid Kapoor's attitude might just not be working for this director. Shahid might be on cloud 9 since D-Day is soon approaching. Nope, he's not eagerly awaiting a film's release, but his marriage that's been slated for June this year.
What you've been reading is kind of true.
And that's created quite a few problems with the schedule of his film Farzi. The director duo Raj and Krishna DK are not impressed. They, along with producers Eros, will have a meeting with Shahid to ask him one last time if he is serious about being part of this film. When 9XC.com got in touch with Krishna, he told us, "We've had a script ready for the last 5 months. We've patiently waited on him while working on other ideas side by side, which every filmmaker does. Shahid's marriage plans took Raj and me by surprise. We'll have a meeting with him to understand whether he's still keen on the project, and if he is, he needs to tell us when we could start." Director Raj and DK were forced to call this meeting since Shahid has left them hanging for a while now. Farzi was to start rolling in November of last year, but Shahid instead chose to work on Vikas Behal's Shandar with Alia Bhatt. Raj and DK let this pass and it was decided that Farzi would start shooting in February of this year. But then Shahid threw another googly their way. He picked Utta Punjab, pushing Farzi's schedule to end May, early June. But now with his wedding happening in June, Raj and DK's Farzi is left hanging once again. And so the meeting has been called to find out if Shahid really wants to be a part of Farzi, which is a con man's love story. The film also stars Kriti Sanon and Nawazuddin Siddiqui. Do you think Shahid has been avoiding doing the film because he has lost interest? Coming up, Virat gives Anushka the sweetest birthday gift ever. And welcome back to 9xe.com, the show. So like we told you in our opening story, we've got more on Anushka and Arjun's camaraderie. But for that, let's start at the top. Anushka celebrated her birthday on May 1st, and like you read on 9xe.com, she had boyfriend Virat Kohli right by her side. When it seemed that the man might not be able to make it, he squeezed time out. Virat is playing the ongoing IPL, but he found time to bring in his girl's birthday. Virat flew to Mumbai the night before just to bring in her birthday together. But sadly, he had to pack his bags early the next day and leave on her birthday evening. He had a match on May 2nd opposite Kolkata Knight Riders in Bengaluru. Virat and Anushka kept the celebrations out of the public eye. Our guess is that they wanted some alone time, but it might also have been hush-hush because they did not want Virat to get flack for leaving his team and coming to Mumbai on a personal matter. But they should have not bothered because Royal Challengers won the match. But just because Virat had to leave on her birthday does not mean that Anushka spent the rest of the day crying into leftover cake.
Happy birthday, have a happy birthday.
She attended the first screening of Bombay Velvet with the cast including Ranbir Kapoor. The party continued at Bombay Velvet producer Vikas Bahl's place, and that's where Arjun Kapoor was spotted. Not so long ago, 9xe.com, the show, had told you that Ranbir and Arjun are close, with Arjun seeking Ranbir's advice during his lean phase. Vikas's party could also have been a great time for Anushka and Arjun to bond and get comfortable with each other once again. They'll need that since both have been cast in R. Balki's rom-com. So it's safe to say that despite her man not being by her side through the entire day, Anushka still had a great time. But is it time yet for us to watch Malika Sherawat and Amir Khan as husband and wife on screen? Are we really prepared for this? Last episode, 9xe.com, the show, told you that Amir was being very particular about his choice of underwear. This was for his role as wrestler Mahavir Phogat in Dangal. Now we've got even more news on that film. Buzz is Malika landed up to the audition for the role of Mahavir Phogat's wife in Dangal. Sources told 9xe.com that she came in a de-glam avatar and you could hardly believe it was her. Dressed in a salwar kameez and no makeup, she auditioned for casting director Mukesh Chabra. What can we make of this? And while Amir is looking to take language lessons to speak Haryanavi, Malika, who is from Haryana, had no issues delivering dialogues during her audition. Looks like after the strategy of making waves in Bollywood failed, Malika is trying a new tactic. She's trying to enter the big league by doing supporting roles with superstars. Now it remains to be seen if the makers and Amir were impressed by her audition or not. We're moving on from that story. Bobby Deol's comeback. Bobby is set to star in the biopic on Changiz Khan. The film will be produced under the Deol family banner Vijeta Films. Now, a hero needs a heroine, and that's where the trouble starts. Lisa Hayden is the latest actor to turn down the film. A source says they were keen to cast Lisa, especially after her impressive act in Queen, but she did not show much interest. Director Vivek Chauhan thought that Lisa was the perfect choice since the role needed an Indian girl who spoke with an accent. Buzz is that Nargis Fakhri was approached as well, but she also refused to do the film. But Nargis has denied these rumors. Last heard, the makers have decided that they will launch a fresh face. Bollywood is facing a new villain, the sudden acceptance and raging success of Hollywood movies. We're just about 5 months into the year and there's already bad news for Bollywood. With the industry bleeding more than 300 crores, very few films have set the cash registers ringing. To add to it, Hollywood blockbusters are now eating into the profits of their Bollywood counterparts. Furious 7 created history, netting rupees 50 crore over the release weekend and gathering rupees 110 crore in 3 weeks of its release in India. Furious 7's result particularly surprised Bollywood and trade pundits because it ate into the collections of detective Byomkesh Bakshi.
हॉलीवुड के अभी जो खासकर लास्ट 2 पिक्चर रिलीज हुई है, फास्ट एंड फ्यूरियस और एवेंजर, जिसके अंदर में बहुत अच्छा रेवेन्यू जनरेट हुआ है। तो रेवेन्यू अच्छे जनरेट वैसे भी हॉलीवुड स्टूडियो धीरे धीरे उनका परसेंटेज बढ़ ही रहा था, पर ये 2 पिक्चर का परसेंटेज बढ़ने का कारण और भी है कि जैसे फास्ट एंड फ्यूरियस इवन यूएफओ यानी एचडी फॉर्मेट जो है उसके अंदर में वो भी थिएटर्स में रिलीज हुई है।
हकीकत में हॉलीवुड मूवीज बॉलीवुड की मूवीज को कंपटीशन दे रही है क्योंकि हमारी बॉलीवुड मूवीज सस्टेन नहीं कर रही है।
The Indian audience has warmed up to Hollywood's idea of the summer blockbuster. With globally accepted concepts like superheroes, love stories, fantasy and sci-fi on the Hollywood menu, Bollywood's fare seems stale.
आज जैसे क्वीन जैसी हमारे यहाँ की बॉलीवुड की क्वीन पिक्चर अगर है और वो क्वीन जैसी पिक्चर अगर हॉलीवुड की कोई यहाँ पर आती है तो वो हॉलीवुड की पिक्चर ना यहाँ पे उसको इतना बड़ा रिस्पांस मिलेगा, ना वो डब होकर के इधर उधर इंटीरियर्स के अंदर में जाएगी या वहाँ पर चलेगी।
It's an alarm because now Bollywood has to also consider the strong opposition of Hollywood, and it underlines the basic fact that like Bollywood, Hollywood is also selling stories.
The action dhamaka and special effects that recent Hollywood movies offered are yet to be countered by Bollywood. Avengers Age of Ultron made 35.74 crore in its first weekend.
Avengers 2 was the most anticipated film of 2015. I mean, as far as last year in December and November, Diwali time, youngsters were discussing Avengers. They were not discussing Piku, but they were discussing Avengers.
The battle lines are drawn. Bollywood has to buck up. Some forthcoming standoffs at the box office might be interesting. Here's a list of the competing stars and movies. Ranbir and Anushka will pit their acting skills against Tom Hardy and Charlize Theron come May in Bombay Velvet and Mad Max 4. Hot on that competition's heels is the standoff between Lee Whannell and Lin Shaye, who will vie for the box office collections against Ranveer Singh and Priyanka Chopra, with Insidious Chapter 3 against Dil Dhadakne Do. The competition doesn't end here. We have the who's who of Bollywood battling it out with their Hollywood counterparts. Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard will try to charm the audiences away from Vidya Balan and Emran Hashmi come June 12th in Jurassic World and Hamari Adhuri Kahani. Epic battles are still to be fought at the box office. Tom Cruise and Ajay Devgan battle it out in July with Mission Impossible 5 and the Drishyam remake. Michael Douglas will face off with Salman Khan on July 17th in the Ant-Man vs Bajrangi Bhaijaan War. Maybe the one hardest hit in this competition is Suraj Pancholi. He makes his debut against the Terminator himself, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Suraj stars in the Hero remake and Arnold returns to the Terminator franchise with Terminator Genesis. Isn't it time that Bollywood starts looking at fresher, original scripts rather than rehashing southern and regional movies? Isn't it time that Bollywood produces a good list of writers who can pen really good stories? Most importantly, shouldn't our Bollywood heroes charge less money and not increase the cost of their films? The Firan competition is getting wiser, smarter and faster by tying up with local media companies, allowing them to make India-centric campaigns. This is of course creating a buzz for foreign movies. With same-day releases, Bollywood is facing the heat at the box office almost every Friday.
हॉलीवुड वालों ने भी देखा कि भाई हमारे लिए भी वही सीजन जो है, वो जो सीजन में आज बॉलीवुड वाले कर रहे हैं, हमारे लिए भी वही सीजन सबसे बेस्ट है क्योंकि वो छुट्टी का टाइम है, वो फेस्टिवल सीजन है, इसके अंदर में लोग फिल्में देखने के लिए ज्यादा आएंगे.
Now the alarm bells are ringing because now it has reached even B and C class centers. What we refer to as B and C class centers in filmy parlors And in normal language, I would say it has reached smaller places.
Smell the coffee, Bollywood, before it is too late. And if you think it's high time that Bollywood starts looking for fresher original scripts, start tweeting at 9XE The Show with hashtag Learn From Hollywood. Talk to us at facebook.com/9XE. Coming up, Sunidhi Chauhan lent her vocals to the vivacious Tanu in Tanu Weds Manu 2. This is 9XE.com The Show with me, Caitlin. Sunidhi Chauhan lent her vocals to the vivacious Tanu in Tanu Weds Manu 2, the sequel to the smash hit Tanu Weds Manu. We caught up with the powerhouse singer who shared information about Move On, the latest track from Tanu Weds Manu. This one's fast becoming an anthem for heartbroken girls.
The first part, Tanu Weds Manu, was fantastic because I loved that song, which was called Manu Bhaiya Kya Kare. वो फिल्म के शुरू में थोड़ा सा ही आता था because it was the introduction of the film. और फिर उसके बाद when I saw the film, I was like, wow, inspired कि कितनी अच्छी फिल्म बनाई है Mr. Anand ji ने. And I became a fan, you know. And then I watched his film Ranjana, became a bigger fan. So it was just a call from Krishna, the music director of this film. He called me and I was very happy to be a part of Tanu Weds Manu Returns. Kangna is one of the finest actresses we have in India. She's a very strong, powerful actress and she can do anything. When I heard Move On, I was really happy. I was quite excited to sing it. I was told that it was a male song earlier, but then I think Anandji thought that it would be a better idea if he put a female voice on that song. The message that needs to be conveyed will be, you know, portrayed in a better way. विराट शेखर ने बहुत अच्छा लिखा है गाना और उनका जो देसीपन है वो मुझे बहुत पसंद है. ये गाना सैड है और कॉम्पोजिशन और उसको जैसे गाया है वो थोड़ा हैप्पी तरीका है, थोड़ा उसमें एटीट्यूड है, उसमें थोड़ा अग्रेशन है, बट सैड नहीं है. सो दैट वाज क्वाइट चैलेंजिंग एंड आई मस्ट से आई थॉरली एंजॉयड सिंगिंग राज शेखर्स लिरिक्स, स्पेशली ओरे प्यारे घिस गए सारे. ये सब वर्ड्स बहुत कम यूज़ होते हैं, सो आई लाइक दोज लिटिल एलिमेंट्स विच ही यूज्ड. गाना क्योंकि सिर्फ सिंगर नहीं, सिर्फ म्यूजिक डायरेक्टर नहीं और लिरिक्स नहीं, इट्स अ कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ ऑल थ्री ऑफ अस टुगेदर एंड द सिचुएशन. सो टीम वर्क है ये और तीनों ने मिलके इसको यू नो ये गाना रिजल्ट. या इट्स अ dance number. You can dance on it, you can hum it, you can play it in your car while driving. It's a good fun song.
Now moving on, it's time to see what's been happening in Hollywood.
I like the idea that it is kind of a surprise for most people because, you know, everyone knows me of kicking ass on the screen and wiping out the enemy and all this. And here I'm totally helpless. I'm totally vulnerable. I cannot wipe out this disease, the zombie virus. I cannot bring my daughter back. She is deteriorating and she's on the way out, and how do I deal with that? With all this tremendous love I have for her and the tremendous love she has for me and trying to protect me and all. So it was an interesting story that I just thought it's the right time to do something like this. I think it's without any doubt the most human role that I've ever played. And it happens to be that it's the most human kind of a zombie story, because usually we see the zombies walking around, you know, and then people are killing them and mowing them down with machine guns and attacking them with all kinds of different weapons. And here you have a zombie inside your family. And, you know, what do you do with that? I mean, you love your child, you know, so you can't go and kill her. So that's what the dilemma is. So I think that it's a very human story, very intimate story, and it's something that people, you know, kind of will be able to relate to because, you know, it doesn't matter really if it's a zombie virus or if it's AIDS or if it is Ebola or if it is just having cancer and you see your child slowly passing away.
Arnold is back, and this time he's doing something very different. Coming up, Sunny Leone and Ram Kapoor talk exclusively with 9XE.com The Show. You might just see Hrithik in Zoya's Dil Dharakne Do. And after that break, I'm back with 9XE.com The Show, where we met up with Sunny Leone, Ram Kapoor and debutant Navdeep Chabra, the cast of the film Kuch Kuch Locha Hai. Check out the interview.
What's up guys, I am Nafisa Sharma and you are watching 9XE.com, and here I am today with the cast of Kuch Kuch Locha Hai, Sunny Leone, Ram Kapoor and Navdeep.
Hello.
Welcome to 9XE.com.
Thank you.
Thank you.
First of all, let me congratulate you guys. The trailers are looking awesome.
Thank you.
It's all because of me.
On that note, tell us a bit about this movie, please.
The movie is actually centralized Mr. Patel, Praveen Patel, and his antics.
And you play
of how he tries to win a date with my character, Shania.
Indian men are going to relate to this. Everybody has fantasies. Everybody has their secret crushes, their obsessions with either a Bollywood starlet or whoever. This is a film that's just exploring that angle to the fullest. So what she said is right. I have a great family. Everything is fine. I'm a rich businessman in Malaysia with a good wife, a good son. Except I'm crazily, madly obsessed about this Bollywood star played by Sunny Leone.
It's your debut movie?
Yeah.
So did you always want to, have a debut in this genre?
नहीं, मैंने ऐसा कुछ सोचा नहीं था. But मेरे लिए तो बहुत बड़ी बात है that that Devang's actually thought that I can do comedy. And it's actually difficult. It's not an easy genre to play for the first film, especially when you have
such great actors
and then you have Ram sir in front of you. So it's difficult. Right now he's very fun and everything, but on the set he's like, you mess with me, I will kill you.
Nonsense!
You can't mess with me on the scene. Okay?
Can somebody throw him out, please?
Was it different? Like you've already done a few intimate scenes on television, and now you're doing it on the big screen. Was it different, or were you very comfortable?
If you look at my filmography, you will see that there is a lot of films where I've done some really, really intimate scenes. Compared to that, this film has nothing. Having said that, all of us who face camera know there's no such thing as an intimate scene when you're filming it, because even if you're kissing somebody, there are 40 people around us, certain people this close, and when you are there, this is her, this is me. No, move your chin a bit here. Okay, no, I can't see your second eye, so do this. It's all technical.
Okay, have you watched any of Sunny's movies before you signed this movie?
No, I don't really watch too many Hindi movies. I don't get the time. But I'm very close to Ekta. Right? And Ekta started raving about this girl when she was shooting Ragini. And then, of course, this baby doll became my son's anthem. So I had baby doll stuffed down my throat. I swear to God. And that's where I realized somewhere through the industry, through the people who were talking, through Ekta, that this girl is doing everything possible to try and make a mark. She's working as hard as she needs to.
Have you watched any of Ram's movies before?
I've seen a lot of different little clips of his stuff, and then also I saw him on TV. My parents would have the TV serials on 24 hours a day. So every time I would come home, there's something going on, and every so often he would be on TV. And I did my research, obviously, of who this person was, and when we met at a restaurant with the director and producers, and we sat there, and within the first 30 seconds, I knew that it was a perfect match.
All right, Ram, very quickly, why should the audience go and watch this movie?
If you want to just go with your family and have 2 hours of fun, this is definitely, do not miss it, because that's the one thing that we guarantee.
What about you, Sunny? Quick message to your fans.
I think that it's a very, very fun movie. The songs are young, hip, and fresh, and it's all about having a good time at the movies.
So that was the cast of Kuch Kuch Locha Hai, and this is Nafisa Sharma signing off from the very cool 9xe.com. Bye guys.
From that story, we've got news about Hrithik Roshan. Seems like he is always available for friends, and when Zoya Akhtar came asking, Hrithik could just not refuse. Sources close to Zoya's upcoming film, Dil Dharakne Do, say that the Krish star appears in a cameo in the movie, and that too at a very important point in the film. Do you think that he'll be the one who unites the warring family of the Mehras, Anil Kapoor, Shefali Shah, Ranveer Singh and Priyanka Chopra, and make everything alright? I mean, if Hrithik told me to end a feud with my family, I'd totally listen to him. Hrithik by no means is a man with free time on his hands, but in spite of this, he agreed to take time out for Zoya. Zoya and Hrithik's professional relationship goes a long way. Zoya cast Hrithik in the coming-of-age movie Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara. He lent his star power to Zoya's debut movie Luck by Chance, which was a fresh take on Bollywood. Many had turned down that role, but Hrithik had said that he just cannot refuse Zoya, and so he took up the film. Clearly, that still holds true even today. Also, with Hrithik Roshan in the cast of Dil Dharakne Do, the multi-starrer just got more interesting. Hrithik on a cruise is enough for us to buy a ticket. What do you guys say? And with that, I'm going to say goodbye to you guys. For the latest news in Bollywood, check out our website 9xe.com and our YouTube channel. Also, follow us on Twitter, we're at 9xe the show, and write to us on facebook.com/9xe. Get Bollywood news on the go with the free 9xe app. That's all from me, but I'll see you on Friday. Before I go, here is a moment for 9xe Frames. Ranveer Singh exclusively dub smashes a video to Anil Kapoor's dialogue.
ये लड़कियां पटाना एक आर्ट है और इसमें मैं माहिर हूं।